Does your business turn you on? Now, that might not be a question you're used to answering, and it might be a weird thing, but whether it turns you on, lights you up, makes you hot, makes you feel energized, whatever words you want to use, this is what we're talking about here today. So you might know that I'm the queen of pleasure, the diva of pleasure, always wanting to connect to love and be present through pleasure. And it's easier to do in your day-to-day life, but very often what happens is that when we come to doing our businesses, it kind of quenches the pleasure. Now, the people that I work with, so those of you here who are watching today, you are here to share your light with the world. But if the business that you are running is the very thing that's quenching your light, and that light is going out, then people are not able to experience that light. And that light is so much more important than any qualifications you have, any methods that you're using, any amazing marketing strategies that you're using. It's better than your expertise. Your light on its own has the ability and the capacity to make a bigger impact on the people that you work with. So making sure that you do your business in a pleasurable way, in a way that turns you on, lights you up, is so important. So one of the things that I like to do, Mondays and Tuesdays are kind of my creative days. I find those days are fresh energy because I've had the weekend to, rest and get new ideas and take some space, because, I'm all about getting space in your head. So imagine your head is like a snow globe. When it's busy coming up with ideas and trying to conjure up things to do in your business, there's very little room for wisdom. There's very little room for that intelligence behind life, that creative life force that can come in the present moment. So I find after the weekend is one of the best times for you to have creative energy, so aka Monday mornings. So Tuesday is kind of my Monday morning, because Tuesday is the day, I'm just going to close the door because there's children screaming. I was just going to say Tuesday is the day where my daughter is gone, but I'm still listening to children screaming. So that's my very creative day. It's the day when I really don't have anything else to think about at all, so I don't have a daughter to think about, basically, right? So I find that day is full of space for me. And so here's what I do. So I have a pleasure process, all right? And for those of you who have been going through my recent training in my pop-up group, Aligned to Love for Rapid Creation, there's still an offer on there, because I've still got 3 places out of 5 left, with a very generous 43% discount on my Reconnect to Love 3-month coaching program, which includes a bonus of my pleasure process. And what we do in that pleasure process is we take you through what are your pleasures in your life and what are your pleasures in your business. Now, that's kind of like the no-brainer. Some people maybe know that already, and it's kind of like, okay, well, I know what I like, but not everybody does. So that step can be quite important for some people. But then we take it further again, because here's the thing: the external circumstances are always changing, right? Let me repeat that: the external circumstances are always changing. So, for example, you might find a marketing system that you like to use in your business, only to find that the algorithm changes on Facebook and suddenly it doesn't work anymore. What do you do then, right? Or in your day-to-day life, you might find a dance class that you love, and then everyone goes into lockdown and you can't get out. What do you do then? So what we do is we look at what's at the core of your pleasures, what it is that you're actually getting out of your pleasures. And here's the really cool part: when you wake up in the morning, you don't even have to go conjuring up some pleasure for yourself. You don't need to go and look at your business and think, oh, well, what could I do in my business today that's actually that's going to actually light me up. You just need to be aware of the fact that you want to be lit up, or you wanted to do a certain thing. So for me, the most important core value that's at all of my pleasures, whether it's business or life, it doesn't make a difference, it's all the same thing, is to connect to source and to connect others to source. So in other words, connect to love and connect others to love, right? So everything I'm doing in my business, whether that's creating a funnel, which I'm sitting here right now, look, new funnel, okay? Or whether that's, here's me doing some training. This is from one of my other coaches, Michael Neal, that you probably all know, through Principles Coach, who I'm doing one of his courses that's helping me with facilitate my own DIVATUDE Academy, my coaching with DIVATUDE Academy, my coaching academy. And that's about reconnecting to love. So everything I'm doing in my business is helping me reconnect to love. And when I do things like that, then I feel lit up, I feel turned on, and that gives me the energy that I need to go through it. It doesn't feel like work anymore at all. In fact, it starts to feel like there is no divide between what is work, what's not work, okay? Obviously, when I'm on coaching calls and I'm on lives like this, I'm just reconnecting to love. I'm connecting to love myself. I'm connecting you guys to love, right? So that's a no-brainer, right? And then the other thing that I've been loving doing lately, and you've probably seen that, is because I love Instagram. Never even thought I loved Instagram, just kind of happened by accident. And I was going through a whole I hate marketing, I hate social media phase, right? And I started to really love Instagram and making stories because I find it really creative. And again, same thing, that's helping me connect to love. So I was thinking, like, I actually discovered TikTok. I didn't discover TikTok, but I signed up for TikTok yesterday. And so I spent Sunday, which isn't technically a work day, making reels on TikTok, you know, with my little daughter going around with the Christmas lights at night and all of that kind of stuff. You may have seen them. So, excuse me. So everything that I'm doing in my business from moment to moment is helping me to reach my core value. So my business is always a pleasure. So they say business or pleasure. I don't believe there's any such thing. It's just pleasure, right? And then you're always guaranteed to have that life force, that fresh energy that lights you up, that brings you to whatever goal it is that you have at the time. So I'm going to give you a little sneak preview as to what my goals are and what I'm creating right now. So here's how it works for me usually, okay? So usually I get an idea. Something will just pop into my head. And this has been brewing for quite a long time, actually, this current one. It's probably about 2 or 3 months now. And I got an idea, connect to love, reconnect to love. And then I had a photo shoot, and you've probably seen some of the photographs, and it came to me to do the 4 elements, and I didn't even know why, and my photographer said, let's do fire. And then I actually, when I got the photographs, started to talk about your light and sharing your light and how your marketing and how your things that you're doing in your business are very often quenching that light, exact light that you want to share, right? And that's so important for you to share. And then I got an idea that I would love to have something automated to share and something low ticket to share with people, because all of my current programs are high ticket. So some people can't afford to work with me, right? So it would be really nice to be able to share something that's lower ticket, something that's automated, that doesn't involve me. And also because I don't really do trading time for money really that much anymore, because I don't have a lot of time. My priority is to spend my time with my 4.5-year-old daughter. So that came to me. And so it all kind of just, what I want to try and share with you here and explain to you here is that everything kind of just falls into place. I didn't set out and make a plan. There was a time when I had a marketing agency, because I'm 15 years in this industry, right? There was a time when I had a marketing agency, and I would make a marketing plan, not just for me, but for all my clients, right? And it was innocent. I didn't know any better back then. But I'm surprised, we would make these marketing plans for like 9 months or a year. And people just put them into a drawer somewhere and didn't use them. That was always what happened. I don't think any single person that I ever made one of those plans for ever actually implemented them. And then we would take on the role of implementing for them. But I was always so organic and holistic anyway in how I did things that we never really followed the plan. And John Lennon says that, right? That life is what's happening as we're making other plans, as we're busy making other plans. It's so true. So if I was to make the plan for this new program that I'm creating, I don't think I would have ever done it anyway, because it would have scared me, first of all. And yeah, it just the ideas and all the little pieces that come together are coming together moment by moment. So one of the things that I have changed, and this understanding, you hear me talk about this understanding that I have, has helped me to do that. One of the things that I have changed is I used to get an idea, and then the minute I got the idea, I'd be out there telling everybody about it, right? Before it had even really evolved. So I've really slowed down. And if you look around at nature, animals, trees, everything is slow in nature. So I've slowed down to that pace of nature, because the pace of creation, right? And that's where doing things in a pleasurable way in life and in business has really come into play, because pleasure is about being slow, right? It's like you're slowed down, you're in the present moment. Pleasure keeps you present. So what I've noticed is, rather than having, I'll have a sort of a loose goal for a date, because I just believe in divine timing, but I also believe in, well, there's also the never, which like sometimes things never happen because we're so, we can be a little bit too loose about timeframes, and it just doesn't, we lose momentum, and I think just things can just not materialize sometimes that way. So I like to have a loose frame for a time frame, and whatever that might be, a realistic goal, and then I'll just literally go about my day, be in my pleasures. I'm actually surprised at how little it feels like I don't work at all anymore. In all honesty, I really can't tell you when I'm working and when I'm not working anymore. It just doesn't really, there's just no real separation, apart from maybe just being on calls with clients. The rest of it just doesn't feel like work anymore. There's no I very, very rarely sit down on a computer to do stuff anymore, right? I'm kind of just going about my day, and I might pick up my phone as I get an idea and write something down or do something like that. So I'm just noticing that it's kind of just unfolding as I'm going about my regular day. And what then happened was I came across a lovely lady called Saber, who has a lovely automated way of doing things, and I got an idea from her. So I've been looking at doing things like that, working on some tech pieces, and just literally letting this new program unfold without having any plan written down. Right. So this morning my daughter's just gone off with her dad, so I am here. I've decided to take out my computer just to get some clarity for myself on what to prioritize on. So sometimes when you have lots of great ideas and everything feels very pleasurable, it can be a little bit unproductive. So I have got a coaching call today with my coaching academy, and there are some things that I would like to share with them. So I just sit down and I write a little list and go, okay, well, first of all, I'm going to prioritize on my clients, because they're the number one people, because they're my paying clients who I need to take care of. And after that, then I will start to look at my program. But keeping it all pleasurable. Everything is reconnecting me to love. Everything I'm doing is connecting me to love. And if it's not, I'll close the computer and I'll walk away. And that's it. So I hope this has been helpful. And for anybody who is still interested, I'm still in conversations with people about the current offer that I have on for the 3-month one-on-one coaching program, which includes 3 calls a month with me, plus access to me in between by Messenger or WhatsApp or whatever way you want to. And then 2 bonuses. One is the Power of One, which is my actual marketing system, which is 15 years of marketing experience for the coaching industry, and this pleasure process that I was talking about. So there's 45% off, and I've got 3 places left. So if you're interested, do send me a DM and we can have a conversation. Okay, I'm going to speak to you very, very soon. Let me know what you're hearing in this. Take care. Bye.